you can have an overview, but really to have someone that knows the business, I think that really makes it an advantage for me. And even working with the managers, understanding what they're looking for, the skill sets in accountants.
Welcome back to Talent Hunters, powered by MRI Network, where each week we talk with the world's top talent strategists and executive recruiters. If you want to build talented teams that drive your company to big goals and big growth, then this podcast is for you. And now, let's join the conversation with today's episode of Talent Hunters.
So, Fredrick, I got to tell you straight out, this I've been looking forward to so much because 38 years ago, I was in your shoes and started this out. And unfortunately, at my age, you forget everything you were taught how to do the right way. And so it's refreshing to have a conversation with you and truly learn what I've forgotten.
Okay.
And be able to, we're going to share this with everybody out there. So thank you for taking the time, because I can only imagine how booked you are as far as knowledge and stuff, trying to keep everything organized. So let's kick this off a little bit. Fredrick Lynch, you are the president of Lynch Staffing Solutions.
Yes.
And you've been in this business for how long now?
3 months.
3 months. So are you out of training?
2 months in training, and 1 month for the month of September, I've pretty much been figuring this business out as I go.
Oh, man, I congratulate you. The courage is awesome. So tell me a little bit, why did you get into recruiting?
Recruiting is something I've always found interesting, because my first job out of college was with a recruiter, and it happened to be someone that was a CPA. So I thought it was, very interesting for him to be a CPA and leaving the accounting world. And we talked about, the business of recruiting. He just kind of gave me an overview of why he made that decision to leave. And so it's always been in the back of my mind, 20 years ago. And so as I was leaving corporate, May of 2022, and I was walking out the door, it just kind of hit me, let's go back to recruiting. Let's look into recruiting and see, how the world of recruiting is doing. And I figured that with all of my contacts that I've had since I've been in corporate for 20 years, I can definitely use those contacts, and it's an additional stream of income. And the ultimate goal was to find a business for the family that the family can actually operate. Because me being a CPA, I have my own tax and accounting business, but that's not something that can continue to operate after my demise, which it happens for all of us. So I believe in being prepared for that day and making sure that my family is in a situation where they can continue to operate as if I was here. So I wanted to find something that my family could actually get involved in and learn from as well. And so, because, with the accounting business, it's going to go, they'll just sell that block of business. But, and do the recruiting, they can definitely focus on the recruiting business and for financial security for the family.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So you're expecting your family to come into the business at some point?
That is the ultimate goal.
How old are your kids?
I have 2 kids. I have one 19 and one 7. So that's normally the response I get from everybody. the eyes buckling or wow type responses.
Well, we won't go down that path of questioning, but anyway. So your 19-year-old, and does he have any interest in following your career at all?
It's a girl. So I have 2 girls. Yep, I've been blessed. I'm a girl dad. So love it every day. But she's actually going to school now for nursing. And so, and I we had a conversation that, I would love for her to go into the nursing field, but at the same time, with the healthcare industry, we've talked about, being your own boss and putting other nurses to work. This business is perfect for you. You get into the recruiting business and learn from it, because she actually works for me part-time now while she's in college. So she gets into the recruiting business for nursing, And, she can just use those connections that she makes in the nursing industry to continue this business.
Brilliant. 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 So in the accounting world financial and accounting world that you're in right now, where do you see the need for recruiting services?
For those smaller businesses that don't have the internal recruiters, and even for those that have internal recruiters, having someone such as myself, someone that's been in the industry, that has that experience, that understands the talk of an accountant, what the true skills of an accountant, and you can have an overview, but really to have someone that knows the business, I think that really makes it an advantage for me. And even working with the managers, understanding what they're looking for, the skill sets in accountants, the different softwares that accountants use, and the analytical skills, because accounting is going away from that traditional accounting role to more of a analysis role. So more of an analyst. So they're requiring accountants to be to use those analytical skills. So just having that understanding of an accountant, besides just saying booking journal entries, understanding how to drill into the numbers and just talking to other financial professionals and making sure that they're, you can put something on a resume, but really when you get in front of a person and have to tell the skill sets and how do you solve these problems, that's where I come in at.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you say you've been out of training for about a month now, and you've been able to work on your business for about a month. Tell us a little bit about what successes do you feel you've accomplished in that period of time?
The successes, so I kind of look at it this way. A wise man told me, you learn from your losses. So I haven't had enough losses in here to really learn from yet. So I know I'm going to have some losses, and every day that I'm calling someone, and I'm not able to get in contact with that hiring manager, I take it as a loss and try to learn from that. Everything I'm doing right now, I'm just revamping, learning from my mistakes, and my coach, Hannah, she's been wonderful in this. And so just learning from her. And so I can't say I've had, in a month, wins. I've been able to get one contract signed, so that was good for me. But it was kind of one of those, what they call purple squirrels type contracts because of the location of the business. So I'm still working on it, and they want someone in the office 5 days a week. So, just learning from that. And one skill set that they taught us in class, just talking to the hiring manager and getting them to understand the challenges that we face with those roles. So I was able to talk to the hiring manager and to convince them, hey, in the accounting world right now, it's hard to get someone in your office 5 days a week. So we've been able to get it down. They were flexible after a week and a half of looking to go down to 3 days. But, it's still the location of the business. So it's still kind of a purple squirrel, but I'm definitely working it and learning from it and making contact. So, we're going to make mistakes. And I definitely understand that, as long as you learn from those mistakes.
Oh, the mistakes are the greatest teachers they are out there.
Yes.
What you're talking to people and hey, listen, our business thrives on the purple squirrels, Fredrick. Believe it or not, that's why you command the fees that you get, is getting them people they can't get. So, I think getting your first contract already is phenomenal. It really is. What are you doing on a day-to-day basis to try and find that purple squirrel?
So my day consists of 7:30 in the morning. I'm logging on, going on LinkedIn Recruiter, trying and other Zoom info, and working on the client side. So from 7:30 to 11:30, I've basically said, okay, those will be the hours that I work on the client side, and then in the afternoon I work on the candidate side. So
brilliant.
Yeah. So I'm taking that mindset going forward.
And then the rest of the day you're working your personal practice.
Well, the rest of it, 7:30 to 11:30 client. And then, I do get a lunch, So, and then, so 1 o'clock, 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 5 candidate. So,
Oh, wow. So you are full time then in the recruiting.
oh, I'm full time, and I'm approaching it the way that I approached when I was working in corporate, because I had my corporate job, and I was working my accounting and tax business, and I have 2 other people up under me. So they're doing the bulk of the accounting and work. And so they take care of their clients' accounting. So I'm not having to be full in on the accounting side. So that allows me to focus on this business.
Oh, outstanding. Outstanding. That's great to hear. What do you feel you need to accomplish to be able to start to build a team under you?
That is the goal. So, and I really want to build the revenue up where I'm not having to go into, my reserves to fund this business. So I would love to bring someone aboard and say, hey, I'm going to pay you $35,000, $40,000, but I know without income coming in. So that's why I'm all the way in until I build the client list up where I'm actually getting at least 1 to 2 assignments a month, and I can hand it off to someone and fully focus on the client side, because I feel like I definitely won't be able to step away, as far as I have to be involved on the client side, because that's the selling point. I'm an accountant. I understand your business. So that is the selling point. Now, someone else can handle as far as the sourcing and reaching out to the candidates.
Outstanding. Outstanding. So what's the one thing that really gets you excited outside of the business world?
The thing that gets me excited is family. My girls, having a chance to spend time with them, and over this last year, it's definitely been meaningful to be able to spend more time with the family, because as an accountant, you're working in corporate America, and it's not just accounting, but as we're moving up the corporate ladder, you're giving all your time to that corporation. You're working 10 to 12 hours. You're missing time with your family. During those first week and a half of the month, we may work 12 to 14 hours a day for month end close, and so you miss a lot of time. I missed a lot of time with my oldest daughter. So, and that's something I can't get back. But now, I'm able to work, to be my own boss and call my own shots, and, and be able to focus on my family like I want. And so being married for 22 years, and hopefully my wife doesn't see this. Being married for the years that we've been married, and the support that she's given me, but knowing that, I miss time with family that was well needed.
With the transition that you've gone from the corporate world into your own business and so forth, what are some things that you do to unwind?
This is being recorded, so having a drink of tequila at 12 o'clock at night when it's time to, and having a good drink of tequila and cigar. So that is my life. Log off at 12 o'clock and then on the weekends, like I said, we got soccer. All that is unwinding. So soccer, tennis, and all that. So.
Your girls are into soccer?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow. So are my grandkids. What a fun sport.
Yes.
You get involved with them in the soccer at all?
I watch. So, but yeah, we do go in the backyard and play and all. Yeah, but and my oldest, she played tennis. She actually went to college for tennis, and so that takes a lot of your time. But unwinding, a good vacation with me and the wife, we will get away every now and then and take a vacation, or just for one day, just go up to Chateau and Lawn and enjoy ourselves. So so just having those moments.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. When you look at the recruiting side of the business, what kind of candidates? What are you looking for in a candidate outside of the specific skills of a search or something like that? What are you looking for in a candidate that you want to invest your time with?
I'm looking for that candidate that's not scared to drill into the numbers. Like I said, you can have those basic debits and credits, but you're looking for that candidate. And I just had a conversation 2 days ago with a potential candidate, with a candidate, and she doesn't have an accounting background, but she has a business background, and she's been learning different systems, analytical systems. And I told her, a lot of the companies, that's what they're looking for now. So they're not just looking for that traditional accountant, that person with that accounting degree, but you want to have that basic understanding, but they're looking for someone that can drill into the numbers, that's able to provide analysis on those numbers, or some type of feedback as far as what the results look like. And so those are the type of candidates that I'm looking for.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It really is. Are you happy you made the decision?
I am extremely happy, and more happy that I made it with MRI. And people have asked me, why did I choose MRI? It was all about the training that they were going to provide. And I was really shocked to see, they talked about the training when they were bringing me in, the training that they were going to provide. But it really surprised me how much in detail they go in with the training and how they prepare you. So I have no regrets on this whatsoever, just looking forward to it. And, and like I said, even the coaching, has been phenomenal for me, just having someone to reach out to, and even getting the emails, being involved in the emails with the other franchisees, that they're sending out. And so having that email blast from them when they, just show the partnerships that they're doing with each other. So that really helps out a lot and makes me feel comfortable that I made the right decision.
What do you think about being on the phone all day long?
That is probably, I think with accounting, with my own business, it prepared me for this, because in my traditional accounting role, I would have been like, if you had asked me this 7 years ago, that I would have probably gotten nervous about being on the phone and all of that. But with my accounting business, I'm actually, I've had to reach out to, one of my services has been what's called tax resolution, which is, people that owe the IRS. And so you're working with people that owe the IRS, and, you hear about the settlements. So part of that, my marketing plan was reaching out to other accountants and forming partnerships, because all tax preparers don't do tax resolution. So that is a partnership that I've done, that I've made with other tax preparers, because, they're preparing the taxes for the person, but they don't do the tax resolution. They know the person owes all this money, and they can't provide any help to them. So that really helped prepare me for being on the phone, making calls. And so I'm really grateful, I have that background to bring into this.
It's all about problem solving.
Yep.
And that's our business.
Yeah. So, and, not being afraid to reach out to a CFO or a CEO, just calling them on their cell phone. I think, the training provided, helped me with that as well. Just knowing what to say when I make that call to that CEO or CFO, and being able to convince them.
That's so. In this first month that you've been active on the phone and so forth, there's been roadblocks, there's been hiccups. What keeps you driven?
Family legacy is what keeps me driven. So I can never forget that. And my belief in God, so I know, I have a foundation, and I know that there's something in store for me. So, but without hard work, without the labor, you can't have the reward. So I definitely understand that concept. And so I believe in sowing my seeds. So, and I know that, eventually those seeds are going to grow and flourish. And so I'm going to see the benefits of all the hard work. So that's what keeps me driven. Like I said, as far as the family legacy, generational wealth is what I'm all about.
Good for you. Fredrick, I've got to tell you, this you've made this so easy for me today. And I want to thank you for that. And I hope our audience, whoever listens to this, gets to pick up on, especially that last statement. I mean, to be able to truly be that farmer and be able to plant those seeds and cultivate that for the family and raise your legacy or your family legacy throughout is, boy, that's motivation from the core and from the heart. And I want to thank you for taking the time to be with me. I mean, the producer and so forth, these guys do this all the time and stuff. And this, you literally are my first person, and you made this really, really easy for me. Is there anything that, real quickly, that I can offer to you today?
Yes. So if you can, what would be something the one thing that you would pass on to a person, one piece of advice, first thing that comes to your mind for a person such as myself that's fairly new, definitely new to the industry?
This business is a gift as far as I'm concerned. Don't quit.
Okay.
It's not an option. You've got the right personality. You've got the right attitude. You've got the right reasons. Seriously, the right reasons to succeed in this business. Don't quit. And if you ever feel like quitting, call me.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right.